What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition. Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and of course, Hudco Roofing, hudcoroofing.com. Appreciate y'all for being here with us, as always. If you're on Facebook, please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. YouTube, do us a solid there if you would. Hit that subscribe button and hit the like if you haven't done so yet. That is the thumbs up. Much appreciated to everyone who continues to come back day by day by day, man. All right, so the LSU baseball season is over. Tigers get absolutely hammered by Tennessee. There's a couple of different directions, obviously, to go, and we'll do plenty of that today on AFR and Locked on LSU, etc. But I mean, obviously, it's recapping a season which didn't start so great and ended up 2 wins from Omaha, which is impressive. It's putting a button on Paul Maneri's career, which after 39 seasons, 15 of which at LSU, has come to an end. And talking about, whoever will be next to be LSU's baseball coach. There's the other part of it, though, which is, I guess, not quite as relevant anymore, but, the game yesterday. And sort of an illustration of what went wrong and, this season, and a lot of criticisms. Like, you start your ace. Marceau obviously wasn't as sharp as, he had been early. But you pull him after 3 in a 3-1 ball game, and then you homer in the bottom of the 8th, so it's 3-2. I mean, to pull Marceau in that spot, for me, is just premature. What's more is, if you're going to pull Marceau in that spot, okay, go to your best guy, and that's Devin Fontenot. You can't pull Marceau in that spot and hope that whoever's next keeps it together so you can eventually get to Fontenot. You go to your guy. And instead they went to Edwards, who only went a third of an inning, allowed 2 hits, walked a guy, allowed 2 runs to come home. And then after Edwards, they go to Helmers, who's basically the same guy as Edwards. I mean, they're soft throw, crafty sort of righties, tall freshmen, don't throw particularly hard, but work both sides of the plate, strike throwers. I mean, they're kind of the same stylistically. And Helmers only goes 2/3 of an inning, allows 4 runs on 3 hits, a walk, a wild pitch. Like, hang on one second. I gotta go stop Drew's backpack. I'll be right back. Yeah, no bubbles. Huh? Yes. It's good. We just didn't have any bubbles. All right. Let's say some good mornings. So anyway, the point I was making there, sorry for being late there. The point I was making was, for those just joining us, I can't understand Paul Marceau after 3 innings in a 3-2 ball game, unless if he asked to come out. And I can't understand going to Edwards. You go to your best guy. Your best guy is Fontenot. Look, Arkansas started Kevin Kopps yesterday, and he damn near threw a complete game. And they lost, but he gave up a home run in the ninth. I mean, they rolled with their guy. They rolled with their best guy. It just made no sense to me with what they were doing yesterday. With your season on the line, to go Edwards Helmers, and then, eventually you get to Labus, who gives you 3 innings. I mean, allowed 4 runs, but, Labus and then Fontenot closed it. Just, you can't help but wonder what if. That's all. You can't help but wonder in this game, like, in this series, what if. Because what if he'd stayed with McHale? Again, we talked about it. I understand what Paul was thinking going to Coleman. Hindsight's 20/20. And it didn't work out. But man, that's to not go Fontenot after Marceau yesterday was, in a 3-2 ball game, was mind-boggling. Anyway. All right, let's say some good mornings. I got a hard out here at 8 o'clock, y'all, because we got to get Drew to the cardiologist this morning. So let me see if I can blow and go and get to as many of your comments in the next 10 minutes as we can. Leo Williams, Charlie Cavell, hey, Dad, good morning. LSU Terrell Wild, Bart St. Germain, Scott Fields, Lowell Cormier, hope you're doing well up there in North Dakota, Lowell. Jeff Stipe, good morning. At least Arkansas lost. Hey, someone tweeted yesterday, it was a good point. Despite the season LSU had, they made it as far as Arkansas. But it goes to show you how hard it is to win in June, y'all. I mean, Arkansas did not lose a weekend series all season until Super Regionals. Hard to win, man. Larry Cavalier, good morning. Samuel Merrifield said no sound. Sam, that's got to be on your end, Samuel. I think everybody else is hearing me all right. Mark Simino, good morning. Who's the next baseball coach? Well, Mark, you keep going down the pecking order. Mike Bianco is the obvious one, and his team got blown out yesterday, and so he's available now. So if you want that to happen, I would imagine it'll happen in the next few days. Unless, as I've said, Scott Woodward has an ace in the hole, and I don't know who that could be at this point. Dylan Landry, good morning. Kelly Presley, hey, Dawn, good morning. Truax, what's up, man? Shelby, I'm guessing if LSU doesn't announce tomorrow, Woody's trying to find his ace up his sleeve. Shelby, I would say you would get that. If it's Mike Bianco, you would get that announcement this week. I think you would get that announcement this week, yes. If you're holding out, the only coach still playing would be Tim Corbin. Also interesting that for a long time, Brian O'Connor at Virginia, who's played from an area who's won a national title, was a hot name, and he's really cooled a ton. But we'll see. Stephen Strahan, good morning. Brandon Atchison, am I the only one tickled to death about Arkansas getting upset? No, Brandon. I mean, and listen, I'll tell you, it's the thing I said about Arkansas all year long, man. Did not think they had the pitching to win the College World Series. Now, I thought they'd get there, but I did not think they had the pitching. It showed. I mean, you had to try to run Kevin Kopps out there for a complete. You had to try to run your closer out there for a complete game. Now, he's dominant. He's awesome. You saw it, but didn't have the pitching, man. And if your bats get handcuffed on a given day, that's what it looks like. Drew Hurst, good morning. Larry Cavalier, Irfan Sayad, good morning. Bill Schmid, 82 days and 11 hours till LSU UCLA. I love it. Charlie Cavell, Homahogs. I like it. Kirk Taylor, good morning. Nomahogs. I like that one too, Brandon. Samuel, next year's Friday starter, maybe Coleman. Samuel, I will tell you that in my opinion, unless if they are able to bring in a transfer or a stud freshman, I think your Coleman in some order will be Coleman, Floyd. Well, that third spot I think will either be Fowler, Helmers, or Edwards. But I'd probably give the nod to Fowler. Blaine Smith, 2 weekends of camp, 0 commitments. Yikes. Talking about the football elite camps. Kirk, I just think the team emotionally and physically spent. Kirk, I don't think that's the case at all. I think they're 18, 19, 20-year-olds. They were out there trying to play a game, and I think I think the coach made some really poor decisions. I cannot understand in that situation handing the ball to Edwards and Helmers and not Fontenot, who's been nails for you in the postseason, who's got postseason experience. I mean, we were doing a companion show and we said it live. I mean, the perplexing thing is and we were even joking, they're going to give the ball to Fontenot when they're down 46-3. I mean, lo and behold, they ran out. I mean, they needed someone to go get outs. Troy Abear, Trivia Carter, Cole Pierce, Tad Page, good morning. Joey Vincent, good morning. Brandon DeVille, PTG Toasty, what's up? Cortland Jacob, for all the issues, LSU was eliminated the same day as Arkansas and Ole Miss. Val Browning, what's up, man? Let's see, Cole, it'll be filled when Scott Woody's choice is done coaching the season. Look for about 48 hours after that. Well, Cole, I mean, we know that, but the question is, do they go? I mean, I've been saying that for weeks. Ideally, they'd announce that the coach they're going to hire is coaches as long as LSU does. The question is, are you waiting for Corbin? He's the only one still coaching. I know somebody mentioned Jay Johnson from Arizona, and I'll tell you that's Cortland said it. Cortland, I don't think anybody on this chat knew who Jay Johnson was 48 hours ago, realistically. So I've not heard anyone mention his name, literally anyone affiliated with any type of search or position of authority at LSU mentioned Jay Johnson. Nobody. Thought they'd go Fontenot. Hopefully could give you two. Dude, we saw in the Super Regional against Florida State a couple of years ago, Fontenot went 6. I mean, 2. What do you have to go? What do you have to lose? So your season. I mean, throw your best guy. What a bummer. Cole, prayers for a great visit for Drew today. Thank you, Cole. Appreciate that, man. Vitello needs to be the coach. I don't think that's happening. Hey, Juan. Good morning, Bob Poole. Coleman's been a dude down the stretch. Can't fault the logic. The Vols are just on a tear. LSU went to Rocky Top at the wrong time. Bob, like I said yesterday, man, I think with the benefit of hindsight, we can always judge. I understand logically going to Coleman. It didn't work out. Look, if we're talking about if Cade Doty fields that ball at third and gets 1 out instead of no outs, the worst thing that happens in that inning is you end the inning tied. Didn't work out. Okay. I'm going to do 3 more minutes here. As always, I'll shout out to Brock, Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, of course, Hudco Roofing. Sorry to be short today, but like I mentioned, we had to get Drew to the doctor for 8:30, so do a few minutes here so I can get him dressed and get him out the house. Richard Bruce, dugout shot that showed Paul and Marceau talking looked as if Marceau knew he wasn't right. Richard, I don't want to speculate because I don't know that I necessarily agree. That was the conversation where the coach is telling the guys coming out of the game. That certainly didn't seem Marceau wasn't doing any of the talking. That was Maneri doing the talking. So I'd love to get that answer. Cody Lyles, Pat Casey talking no good. Casey's out. He won't be the coach. William Kimbrough, according to the companion show, we're riding with Bianco. William, the thing that I have said and will continue to say is that I know Mike Bianco would be the safe hire. I think it's going to be a tough sell to the fan base, especially after Ole Miss got crushed last night. Another postseason shortcoming for Ole Miss. but you're sort of running out of Woodward hires, right? You're running out of guys who have a championship pedigree. So, Van Horn is the Dan Marino of college baseball, Hall of Fame coach with no championship. LSU should hire Ozzie Guillen. Bring him on down, Keith Artis. Let's go. I'll take you guys won a World Series. Kirk, I knew one thing. Tennessee will not be welcome in Omaha. If they make it here, don't think they can find it on the map. It's been 16 years. There's going to be a lot of oranges, though, Kirk. You better believe that. First time in that long. They're gonna. By the way, shout out. I got my DJ up. Darren James. I'll tell you all the time about the Wall Street Journal's list of the top 1,000 realtors in America. The new rankings came out. 24. Darren James, number 24 in America. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Testament to hard work. Guy's awesome. You need a realtor, you call Darren James. Daniel Laurent, with the new coach coming in, do you think we'll see some guys transfer or cut from absolutely? No doubt. I mean, you have roster attrition every year, and of course you're going to have it even more with a new coach coming in. What's up, Travis Roy? Good morning. Longtime lurker, first post. ECU coach better than Ole Miss as an option. So, Travis, I'm not opposed to Cliff Godwin as a coach. He's been at LSU. He's been in the SEC, obviously. He was a Paul at Notre Dame. He's been at Central Florida and as the head coach at East Carolina, and he's built a nice program there. The problem with Cliff Godwin that I've said is it's the same problem that they have with Kevin O'Sullivan, with some sort of personality issue stuff. And if you're not going to make that exception or struggle to make that exception for Kevin O'Sullivan, who's won a championship and been to Omaha 7 times, hard to say you're going to do it for Godwin, which is why I think you don't hear that buzz anymore. Yeah, initially, I would tell you he was the fallback initially, and I think he's no longer being considered. Charlie, having the two best high school players in the state going to West rivals are a concern. I agree with that. They got a shot to get the pitcher from Lake Charles here, away from Mississippi State. But Charlie, realistically, Peyton Stovall, he'll be a first-round draft pick and he'll sign. Notre Dame beat Mississippi State. Blake Dean is not being considered. Should LSU go after O'Sullivan one more time? That ship has sailed, Rusty. When the coach releases a statement through his current athletic department saying he's staying put, he's staying put. It's over. That ship sailed. Where are we? Juan, why does the LSU board get in the way of us? Juan, I'm going to say this one more time. Whoever is saying the board of supervisors got in the way, they are dead wrong, uninformed, misinformed. Again, you have not seen one reputable news outlet report that. You have not seen anyone from The Advocate, from WBRZ, WAFB, anybody who is actually a journalist who covers this beat and has for a long time. You are seeing not one person report that. The notion that the board pulled the plug is stupid. Let me explain this one more time. The Board of Supervisors is a group of political appointees there to rubber stamp what the decision makers want. The board doesn't actually make decisions. The Board of Supervisors, half of which has been appointed by Richard Lipsey after he supported John Bell Edwards for governor, including his daughter, who's on the Board of Supervisors now. And Lipsey is the one who is pushing for O'Sullivan. To think that people on that board, appointed basically by Richard Lipsey, would, in a covert operation, not support the guy he wanted is stupid. And by the way, the board doesn't meet again until this Friday when they could formally vote on something. They can't do that formally or informally anyway. So the idea that the board pulled the plug is just stupid. It's wrong and stupid. Is it possible that one board member wouldn't have liked it and spoke to someone, so that person feeling super empowered goes and spits it out there? Sure, that's plausible. But to say the board rejected Kevin O'Sullivan is just stupid. It's a stupid thing to say. We good? Can I be any more clear on that? Like, can I be any more clear on that? Good. We all good. Okay. Whew. Like, I don't know where that's coming from, but I've had like texts and comments here, and tweets, all like, where is it coming from? No one is reporting that. It's stupid. Anyway, DeLucci for coach. I gotta go. I gotta go, Drew. We gotta go to the cardiologist. All right, y'all have an awesome day. Locked on LSU coming up later. Locked on LSU, and then Jordy said the board told Woodward twice no one Sully. Jordy's wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I love Jordy. He's wrong. Is he possibly talking to a board member who's saying that? Maybe. I don't know. I haven't had that conversation with Jordy. But that's not true. It's just not true. Okay, I gotta go. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.